He manifested a house with no money. Is this possible? Let's check it out.
What if I told you you could manifest something bigger than anything you've ever planned for yourself, even when your circumstances are screaming the opposite? Well, that's exactly what happened to me. I went from getting the lights shut off in my 2-bedroom apartment to living in my dream home with a private tennis court.
First question is, can somebody truly change the reality so it's literally the exact opposite? Can you go from a state where you're totally depressed, where you don't have anything, you have no friends, no job, no nothing? Can you actually change and become somebody who has everything? Absolutely yes. You are what you identify with. So if you change the identity, you change your reality. So if you become the person who has that tennis court, who has that house, who has a really good job or has a business, then yes, you will shift into a reality where all of that is possible. And your reality will conspire for you for the thing that you want to actually manifest. Before we continue, it would mean so much more if you can like this video, comment down below, and subscribe. If you're interested, there's a free group down in the description where you could join if you do want so. It's about manifestation, and we're gathering more and more people. Also, if you want to do one-on-one with me, the link will be down in the description for that also.
Video, I'm going to show you the 3 shifts that made it possible so that you can manifest your desires faster. Let me start with the biggest one, and this will change everything for you. So it's 2020 and COVID hits. I'm a full-time tennis coach and overnight, 0 income, right? I'm sitting in my apartment doing some math on a napkin, trying to figure out which bill I'm going to skip this month. And then the lights get shut off. And every night I'm doing everything right. I'm meditating, I'm visualizing, I'm affirming. I'm trying so hard to manifest money and nothing's coming. And I remember lying there one night thinking, what in the heck am I doing wrong? Now, here's what I didn't understand. Money wasn't the problem. It was my definition of abundance that was the problem. You see, I was treating abundance and money like they were the same thing, measuring my entire life by my bank account. And that was like trying to breathe through a straw.
Why do some people manifest instantly, but other people, sometimes it just doesn't even work, and sometimes it just takes a very long time? So what is even manifestation? It's literally you shifting into another reality where you have the desired thing already. How do you do this? It's by entering a state of you already having the thing that you desire. The whole point is that you need to make yourself believe and know the thing that you want is already yours, because reality is a mirror. The universe is a mirror. Everything that's inside of you, your inner state, reflects on your outside. So if you are a person who has, let's say, $10,000 or a house, or you have a loved one, a special person next to you, then that is exactly what you're going to get. But the problem with people is that when they try to manifest anything, they try to manifest with lack, with not having it. They're trying to pray it towards them. They're wanting it, not having it. And because reality is a mirror, it's reflecting you wanting something instead of you having that thing. So you need to change your state from wanting something to having something, or actually having everything. Because when you're in a state of having everything, then you get more opportunities. You meet so many amazing people. The money that you want is yours. The house that you want is yours. And you just shift into reality where that is true for you.
And that was like trying to breathe through a straw. You know, there was this massive flow trying to reach me, and I narrowed the opening down to one tiny channel, because money is just one form of abundance. There are at least 5. You know, we've got money, we've got gifts, we can trade, you know, there's synchronicity, there's imagination. And the moment I understood that, hey, not in my head, but in my body, everything shifted. Because right after that, I get a call out of nowhere. A former student connects me with someone I hadn't spoken to in years. And she says, hey, Ramon, you can use the private tennis court during the lockdown. No problem. Okay, I don't want any money, just use it. And that one phone call changed my entire life.
From nothing, being closed in his house, he gets an opportunity to actually have a private tennis court for free. I'm gonna tell you a story that happened to me literally last night. I was hanging out with my friends and we were discussing about everything, about reality, about business. In one moment, there was a question like, who is the main character? Who do you see as the main character? And I literally said, I'm the main character of my life. And I believe that everybody is the main character of their lives. You have the control to dictate your story. You are the main character and you're the story writer at the same time. And they were like joking with me. Yeah, you're not a main character, stuff like that. What happens to me? There's a guy who comes to our table, who knows me, who watched my videos, not these ones because I was a YouTuber before this, who watched my videos before. He thanked me for everything I did and paid the whole bill for our table. Literally paid for everything. We hugged it out. I followed him on Instagram and he went his way. Everything was not only for me, but for both of my friends. We didn't really eat, but I had like ice cream and stuff like that. And the bill would have been like $30, something like that. But we got it for free. Opportunities rise when you accept them. When you create things, because I created the videos in the past, when you create things, you impact people. The more people you impact, the more opportunities rise. That's how you quantum leap into your new desired reality. The more you impact people, the more you have connections, let's say, the more opportunities, doors open for you. And how do you get those opportunities? How do you meet these people? By being open to them. By being at places where that could happen to you. If you're closed in your house, it's gonna be very difficult for anybody to reach you. People could reach you. You could meet somebody who can help you in that way too. But it's a lot easier if you move around, if you take action to actually do something.
We now live in that house. But here's the thing that still gets me. If I was only looking for money, I would have dismissed it. I would have said, that's nice, but that doesn't pay the bills. See, abundance was already showing up. I just didn't have the eyes to see it. Now this brings me to the second shift, and it kind of started like this. So now I've got the court. Opportunities are coming in, and real ones. But instead of stepping into those opportunities, I freeze. Okay, not dramatically, just this quiet sort of contraction. You know, someone would refer a client and I wouldn't follow up. An opportunity would come in and I'd convince myself that it probably wouldn't work out. I'd have a great week and then I'd pick a fight with my wife about something really stupid. It was like every time things started to expand, I could feel something pulling me back. And I remember one day looking at myself in the mirror thinking, what in the heck is wrong with you? Because mentally I wanted all of it, right? My mind was fully on board, but my body didn't feel safe with it. And that's when I realized something that changed everything. Your nervous system has a set point for what feels normal. Okay, and it's kind of like a thermostat. You set your house to 72 degrees, and when the temperature goes above it, the AC kicks on. The temperature goes below, the heat comes on, and it always returns you back to 72 degrees. Well, your nervous system works exactly the same way.
So why is he talking about nervous system? There's a lot of people who keep saying that if you want to manifest, you need to regulate your nervous system. And that, again, it's true if you believe it. The whole point of the nervous system is that it's not letting you manifest because there's a feeling of fear inside of it. Now, some people use somatics. That's what it's called. Is you're trying to feel where the fear is lying in you. You close your eyes, you try to find that anxiety, and you try to feel it somewhere. And you feel it, and you feel it, and you feel it. And as you feel it more, you get to know it more. And the more you know something, the less you fear it. Because the fear is actually the fear of the unknown. When you understand that you can line the feeling of fear, when you combine the feeling of anxiety, and that anxiety actually powers you to go and do stuff. Because normally, if you never had anxiety of anything, you would never actually do anything because there was no urgency to do something. But because you had the anxiety, it's actually pushing you forward. So people think like that anxiety is a bad thing. It's actually a great thing because it's pushing you forward to do something. It could actually make you go not do the thing also. But the whole point is you controlling the feeling, you understanding it, and using it to fuel yourself to do if you regulate your nervous system, it will help to actually manifest. Yes, I do believe that, but do you need that to manifest? No. The question is why? It's simple. Let's say you meet a millionaire, has like tens of millions of dollars. If they're depressed, if they're sad in 1 day or 2 days, will they lose their manifestation? No. The answer is no. Will they manifest even more? Sometimes yes. All depends again on what the true underlying feeling of them is. The whole point is that it doesn't matter the feeling you have, it matters what you know about the thing that you want. The more you know, the easier you manifest. So you need to be sure of the thing that you want for it to actually be yours. And then it becomes yours. A lot of people, when I say the trick to having the thing that you want is having it, for some reason the universe multiplies it and stuff like that. No. The whole point is you need to trick it. You need to trick the universe by, if you're in a state of having the thing, then universe sees, oh, this guy has the thing, so I need to give it to him because he has the thing. Even though I physically don't have the thing, I have the feeling of having it, it's going to physically give me the thing. That's the point of it.
So if more money comes in, something drains it. That's the thermostat. An opportunity shows up and you hesitate. Momentum starts to build. You pick a fight, you miss a deadline, suddenly need to reassess. Those are all the thermostat, every time bringing you back to 72 degrees. And here's the deal. You didn't set that thermostat. It was set for you when you were a kid, okay, by your environment, by messages about money, self-worth, and safety that you absorbed before you had any say in the matter. So trying to think your way past it doesn't work because the pattern isn't in your mind, it's in your body, it's in your subconscious mind. Now I had to stop forcing results and start teaching.
So that means, again, you need to reprogram your subconscious. I did make a lot of videos about this, but basically, the more you talk to yourself in the subconscious, the easier you manifest the things again. So how do you talk to your subconscious? Well, you need to be in a meditative state. So you can do it through meditation and then think of the thing, imagine the thing that you want, your desire, your end goal, and imagine having that. That is a good way. But let's say if you use the Neville Goddard's technique, the SAT, when you lie down at night, the last thoughts, the last images you have are the ones that are going to be the easiest imprinted into your subconscious. So use this opportunity, like every time you lie in bed at night, instead of like scrolling to TikTok or Instagram Reels, just imagine having that desired reality become the truth, actually happening. And how would you feel in that state? And if you drift away and fall asleep in that thinking, you're actually imprinting your subconscious with those thoughts. The more you do this, the easier you actually take action on the things that you need to do to actually get there. But the problem is, again, we have a very big barrier of language here because getting there, again, doesn't exist. There's no you getting anywhere. The whole point is that you already are there. If you talk about the journey, you will never reach the end goal. So stop talking about the journey, only focus on the end goal happening. When you focus on you already finishing everything, then you are already done with it.
Teaching my body that it was safe to receive more. So every day, it was all about nervous system regulation. Not affirmations as much, not so much about visualization, but a felt experience of safety at a higher set point. And slowly, the thermostat started to move. Not because I forced it, but because my body finally believed it was allowed to. Now, this is where it gets really fun. So I'm living in the house, my nervous system is starting to regulate, and I start doing something that made zero logical sense. I just started following what excited me. Not what made the most money, not what was smart, but what actually lit me up. Tennis lit me up, so I went all in. I didn't just show up. I treated every lesson like it was the most important hour of that person's week. And then one day, a friend asks if I'd watch their dog, and something about it just sparked. So I said, yes, I love dogs. Then another dog showed up, and then another. And I had golden retrievers, a Doberman, German shepherds, and ultimately an Afghan hound. Someone's paying us $1,500 a month to basically let our dog have a best friend. I didn't plan that. And then people asked to rent the backyard, then to do photo shoots and then events. So we got tennis, we got dogs, we've got pickleball, events, production, clubosa. And none of it was planned. All of it was coming from following this one thread of excitement to the next without knowing where in the heck it was going.
It's basically following your intuition. Whatever your intuition is saying, go with it. Say yes to it. And the thing with excitement is it actually lessens your burden on the thing. So the problem with most people is that detachment from the outcome. So when I say you need to focus on the goal, you need to detach from it. That means that you need to know it's already done. You need to act as already have the thing. And you having the thing, you won't be super extremely excited. You will be just knowing that it's already done. That's the whole point. What he's doing here, he's following the excitement because he's giving less importance to his actions. Because when you do something out of love, when you do something out of excitement, there are no restrictions. There's no hardness in it. The path opens up on its own for you to do the thing that you want to do effortlessly. You detach from the situation, and the only feeling you have is excitement, is love. And when you carry yourself with love and excitement and happiness and wanting good for other people, that's what you get. You get the opportunities, you get the money, you get the people around you who actually genuinely love you. I have a story. It's not really connected to this, but again, what happened yesterday when I was talking to my friends. For the last 3 or 4 days, one of my friends is trying to get a new job. So the old job, he's probably gonna get out of that one. And right now he's doing the interviews. He's trying to get one specific spot in one company. And for the last 3 days, he was worried, like, am I gonna get that job? And he's rightly so worried because the pay is gonna be double than he has right now. It's life-changing money for him. And of course, he's worried and everything. And he calls me every day, and he can talk to me about it because I can understand his situation and I can give him the information he needs to feel safe. That's the exact same thing I can do with you guys. If you need my help, then contact me. There's like one-on-one coaching if you want to join it, if you want to talk to me. I truly want to help everybody. But the thing is, yesterday he asked me, how do I manifest getting the job? And I simply just said to him, you need to feel as you already have the job. So how would you feel if you already know you have the job? Would you worry? Would you think about it? No. You would just go and do the job. You would just know it's already yours. You wouldn't think about it at all. You would just continue to go and do the job. You would just live normally. And what happened is, he had that, I literally saw it in his eye. He had like that aha moment. And I kid you not, 15 minutes later, he gets an email from the CEO who's running the company telling him, great, I love what you do. I love what you sent me. Let's talk tomorrow and let's finalize everything. So hopefully, that should be happening today. I want to hear what's going to happen, but hopefully he's going to get the job. And I believe he is. And I know he is because he's good at the job. He over-delivered. There's so many great things he did, and he will get that job. And that's the exact same thing that can happen to you. Every time, every single moment, instantaneously, you can do this for yourself. He didn't wait 3 months for something like this to happen. He'd been applying to new companies for the last 5 to 10 days and already has offers, but he wants that one because it's a very good offer. The exact same thing can happen to you.
Without knowing where in the heck it was going. And looking back, there's no way my logical mind could have designed this path. It's way too intricate. It's too unexpected. It's too perfectly orchestrated. But there is a pattern to it, and here it is. Every moment, act on the thing that excites you the most. Do it to the best of your ability. Let go of needing a specific outcome, and stay in a positive state no matter what happens. That's it. That's the whole formula that I learned from Bashar.
Absolutely.
When you live from that place, life organizes around you in ways that you could have never predicted. Because it's how the universe works. the right people show up, the opportunities appear, resources arrive that you never planned for. And it's not because you're lucky, it's because your energy changed and everything reorganized around it.
That was absolutely amazing. And it's everything I've been saying to you guys. And it's a very cool message. Again, if you want to watch this video for yourself or check out this guy's channel, it's going to be down in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something new about manifestation and how you can actually reach your desired reality. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.